Hello. I thought I would come on and do a live stream. Not that I'm expecting anyone to come, but it's been a while since I've done anything, so for y'all that don't like it, sorry I'm smoking, but I am. I'm a little stressed. I I have an ear infection. It's getting better. I mean, yesterday I couldn't have done this because every time I moved my mouth, I'd cry because it was hurting my ear. But right now, I'm doing well. I was in so much pain, I canceled my ride to go to see Jurassic World, which really pissed me off. I wanted to see it. I don't go to theaters. Um, I really don't. I can tell you every movie on 10 hands that I went to a theater to see. It's not something I was ever allowed to do. Well, maybe more than that. Um, I can tell you when I went to see them, who it was with. This would have been the first one I went to alone. Yeah, I really wanted to. I told everyone I was going to see it. I went to my first child movie I went to theaters to see was James and the Giant Peach. I drove my grandma crazy to let me go see that movie. She did not want to go to the theaters to see that, but she took me. And she knew I loved it so much. So for Christmas, she bought me the movie on VHS. It's real clunky movie. It was probably my favorite Disney movie for the longest time until I seen Beauty and the Beast, which it came out before then, but I didn't see it till I was about 9, maybe 10. Um, and I still love that movie too, but then I seen Nightmare Before Christmas, and probably my favorite, one of my top favorite movies, and always will be. I have so much merchandise of Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't care that I sound childish for liking that movie. It's one of my favorites. Um, I the next movie I can remember seeing was movie I don't like, I didn't like then. Me and my grandma, neither one liked it, but we watched the whole thing. It was way too much money for us to leave. That was Grandma saying, and that was oh crap, I can't remember. Mission Impossible 2. I don't remember. You have to forgive me. I have fibro and it makes me forget things. And you don't know what fibro is, it's fibromyalgia. Um, it wasn't the next movie I seen, it was just what popped in my head. I was 16 at the time. That summer before that movie came out, I went to see with my mom Halloween H2O. I went to see every single Pirates of the Caribbean with my grandma, except for on Stranger Tides. And the last one, Dead Man Tell No Tale, I went to see with my other grandma. She didn't particularly like the movie, but she took me to it, and it was a birthday present for me. She was glad that I did like it. That wasn't that was the last movie for a while. Before that, I forgot all about it. I tend to not think about things that I did with my ex, but we went to see 50 Shades of Grey. We had both read the book, all three of them actually, and we decided we would go see them. But we didn't go to see the other two. He didn't really like it. Um, then my aunt took me to see Jurassic Park movies, Lost World and the Lost War 2 and the Lost War 3. I forgot about the fact that my grandma took me to see Jurassic Park 2 and Jurassic Park 3 in theaters. Didn't go to see the first one, but I did get it at the movie rental place that we always went to, and we both liked it so much we went and we watched it again over and over, and then we went and bought it. It actually came to the rental place before it came to Walmart, and I had to wait. But when it came out, my grandma told me you can have this many movies or that one. I picked that one. Um, the last movie I went to see was Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh, there's a couple other movies I forgot about. Three. Um, my grandpa took me to two movies. Um, he took me to see Rugrats, the movie. Didn't like it. Too kiddie for me. But then me and him went to see Dukes of Hazzard. That was a fun time. I like that. I very much enjoyed seeing that movie. We both had a good time, and me and my brother and sister, we had there were two movies, and one of them, one wanted to see, the other one wanted to see the other one, and I was the deciding vote, and I picked See No Evil because it was a horror movie. Surprise, surprise, the person that wanted to see that movie was my brother. I didn't really want to see it, but um, my sister wanted to see a Rugrats movie. I can't remember what it was. It might have been the second one, or maybe Christmas or holiday one. I just don't remember, but I didn't want to see that. Not at all. I ended up not getting to watch the movie very well because my sister jumped in my lap and she hugged me. And I, most people think I'm sweet and everything, but I won't tell something that most people don't know about me. My nickname for my family is Touch Me Not. The only person that I ever let touch me, hug me, give me affection is my grandmother that I live with. I never liked it. I don't now. And my sister jumping into my lap and hugging me was not something I enjoyed. Not at all. But, but them were all the movies I went to see. And no, I've seen a lot of movies. I mean, I started collecting movies. Well, most of them were cartoons and Disney movies, and a few others. I mean, my grandma did let me have Dirty Dancing when I was a kid. My mom used to say before she was cussing me that the best babysitter in the world was Dirty Dancing. 'Cause you could put that movie on, and I would stay glued to my screen watching it. And trust me, a kid that has ADHD, dyslexic, and autistic is very hyper. Me. And we do not sit still. I almost burnt down the house a few times because I was so hyperactive trying to climb the walls when I was a baby. This was the 80s when they didn't have where the dials on the stoves would where kids couldn't move them and everything. So it would been it was very easy for me to turn them on. If you ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I was like that baby at the beginning of the movie that climbing over things and making everything fall and trying to get the cookies and stuff. And that was what I was doing. I was trying to get it snack. Um, my whole family wouldn't let me have them because I was hyper enough, and sugar makes me act like a crackhead when I was a kid. Uh, I'd bounce off the walls. I did it anyway without the added sugar to it, but yeah, no one wanted me having sugar. It was hard to get me to sleep if you gave it to me. Of course, my great grandma and my grandma, they would give me candies and sweets, and except for the one that I lived with. She knew better than to do that because she'd have to put up with me. So I got a little older, and then she. It was about 11 when she started letting me eat sugar products. The only sugar she let me have is Kool-Aid for the longest time. In the summertime, because I didn't like a lot of ice creams and stuff like that. I've never been big on milk products except for cheese. Um, but she'd get Kool-Aid and she'd put them in the ice trays and line them up and it wasn't just me. My two cousins, they would spend all their time here, and um, we'd all eat them. And she let me have Jello. And just because I didn't see movies and everything, don't think I was deprived. I mean, my grandma would take me to the mountains, and we'd go to Chimney Rock, and we'd go to Maggie Valley to Ghost Town, which is not there anymore, and Santa's Village, and we'd go to Dollywood. And my dad, when I was real little, would take me to the beach, and when I got older, my aunt would. That's my mom's sister, not the aunt that I told about that took me to movies. For my birthdays, my other grandma would take me out to eat. Well, both of them. I have three. My mom was 11 years old when my grandpa married his wife, which was her stepmom, but she was all I ever knew. of a grandma. So she is my grandma, and that's who I'm talking about. When I said took me to see like the last parts of the Caribbean and take me out to eat, and so would my other grandma. But my mom's mother, she'd take me up to the mountains too, and she'd take me out to eat every weekend, and we'd go to the pond near where I live at. I'm not gonna say where. Um, I don't give out my information if I can help it to people, and so yeah. So, what are some of y'all's memories of things y'all did when y'all were kids? Um, yeah, when I was growing up, my mom would take me up to Chimney Rock, and she knew how fascinated I was with like Native Americans, and she'd even take me on the boat tours, and we'd have guides. Um, Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Are you gonna come say hello? Are you trying to eat yourself to death? Yeah, it's me good boy. No, you want. I'm giving Jack a kiss, and now he's trying to get in my lap. And talk to me. Say hello, Jack. Yes, I love you too. I know you love me. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. He wants to be petted, and my fingers are coming in and out. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, Water can disrupt signals with internet, so I understand. What in the world? What are you trying to find? He's trying to find his treat. Jack is garbage disposal. Okay, where in the world is it? I'm tired of holding this dang thing. Man, do I not know. I thought maybe I didn't get to do this, and I've not really been feeling like doing the video, but I thought maybe I could go over some of my favorite coming of age stories. Uh, there's a reason for this. I want everybody thinks that I'm horror queen, and I'm going to show you how diverse I am. My throat be sore afterwards, but what the hell? I'm doing 100. If anyone watches this whole damn thing, um, and likes it, if I get 2 people commenting on it or 5 likes on the video, I will do a video talking about more. But when I think of coming of age, the first thing that comes to mind, and this is probably my favorite, I watch it all the time, is Stand By Me. It just invokes everything I think of when I think coming of age, transitioning from one part of your life to another. And I thought every single one of the guys that were the 4 boys were great. Um, I believe Kiefer Sutherland was a mean ass. I believe he would do what he did, was going to do. The next one that comes to mind when I think of coming of age story, and a lot of people would argue with me about this, but it is, in my opinion, Beetlejuice. Lydia Deetz moves to a house that's full of ghosts, and this is when she finds out she can talk to them. And that kind of changes everything in her life. Next one that comes to mind is a movie called Juno, and it's about a girl that gets pregnant, and she's like 16, and she wants to keep the baby, and her parents don't, and she makes the decision to run away, and her mother realizes what she's going to do, so her mom leaves her dad and decides that she's going to help her raise it. I am not spoiling anything because that's the first half of the plot. Um, Next one that comes to mind, the people that know me, this should not be a surprise. Ginger Snap. I'm not big into werewolves, but that's my favorite. For anyone that don't know what coming of age means, it's when you're a kid becoming a teenager, you're a teenager, and you go through something, and you go on an adventure, substance life altering happens to you. Um, the next one, most of the people here know this is my favorite horror movie, which some people will argue it's not, and I don't consider it a horror movie, but some people do because it's vampires, and that's all sports. I'm big fan of vampire movies. It's my favorite genre. I know it's monsters, but no, I put vampires by themselves. It's like zombies and werewolves. The rest of them go into one category as monster movies because there's not as many of them. But I suppose Frankenstein can go into that category too because there's enough of them to say that they are. Sorry, I'm on a tangent. Uh, the next one, The Craft. It was the second thing that I seen that was about witchcraft that I loved. The first being Charmed, and they're so similar to each other in a lot of ways and different in others. Even a lot of the music and are similar, and I really enjoyed. Some people say it's a ripoff, but I disagree with that. But I won't get into that now. Um, yeah, some people will argue with me about the next one that's on my list, but there's two people that, well, one's not a person, but you'll understand when I say it. If you've seen it. It's Casper. And Casper definitely, he was changing. So was Cat. Um, they, um, they had to come and find themselves, and each other helped each other to do that. And I already talked about this movie, but I definitely think it's a coming of age story. And that's James and the Giant Peach. Um, Maybe I shouldn't do 100 because I don't even know what number I'm at now. I want to do a John Hughes movie, but I'm trying to think of which one I like the most. I don't want to do all three, and I suppose I will go with 16 Candles because it's the one I've seen the most. Diane is turning 16, but nobody realizes it except her friend and a couple of guys. And one is a weirdo. I would say my favorite one, but that ain't a coming of age story. Same Elmo's Fire, they're already adults, so that don't count. That is my favorite Hughes movie. Another one. Google says I'm wrong about this, but I don't care. It is a coming of age story. She takes revenge on people for picking on her, and she kills them all. And that is Carrie. And she's a teenager. I know I've already said one Stephen King movie, but there's going to be three. Um, and anyone that watches horror movies, even if you don't, you've heard of this movie, It. Um, the Losers Club are definitely get faced with a killer that likes to dress up in a clown outfit. And I like both persons. Let's see. Oh, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do this is to talk about a few movies that I love that no one ever talks about. Um, I don't even think anyone knows about these movies. These are a couple dramas, which I don't really like dramas, but I like these movies because they're coming of age, and that's about the only way I will watch coming. I mean, a drama. Besides, if it's got somebody that's an actor I like, and the first movie is oh no, I can't remember. Gold Diggers, The Hunt for Bear Mountain. That's it. That's the name of it. Gold Diggers, The Hunt for Bear Mountain. If you like the girl, and I can't remember her name, but she was a child actor and she's known for My Girl. Um, she was the lead. Her, and if you like Christina Ricci, back when she was like in Casper and stuff like that, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. And you'd have to rent it, or unless you have Stars and its own Stars app. Um, I don't have to. I have that movie somewhere in this room. Yeah, yeah, it's a running gag. I know. I never know where my movies are. The next one is called 15 and Pregnant, and it stars a teenage Kristen Dunst. And the name of the movie entails what it is about. I'm not going to go into everything except that the girl comes from a religious family and they wouldn't talk about sex because she went to a school for like nuns and with nuns and everything. And then when she gets pregnant, her boyfriend leaves her. And this all happens really fast and everything. But and it's based on a true story. That's another thing. I will watch a drama if it's got some truth to it. Hungry boy is you? Um, it's okay. Well, I see three eyes watching me. Do y'all have any coming of age stories? Right now, I can't really think of any except for Foxfire, and that's the last one I'm going to talk about. It is a movie that stars um, Angelina Jolie, and she comes into town, and these girls they befriend her and everything, but once they do, things start to go upside down and turn topsy turvy because she's kind of a wild child, and that she gets them to do all kinds of things that are kind of like misdemeanors and everything. Um, and the girls have boyfriends, and they don't like it, and they're football players, and they kind of do some nasty things. Them are the ones that come to mind. Hey, girl. Why are you pushing me down? Come on, no. I love you, Jeff. Yes, I do. Well, I'm gonna get off here. His ear is starting to hurt again, and for anyone watching on the replay, let me know some of your favorite coming of age stories. And remember, be the person you're meant to be, not the one that everybody expects you to be. Have a good night, day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are.